Can we ask one more question? If a child is not adopted but just taken care of, then they have no inheritance? Is that how the law works?
They don't inherit. Good point. Yeah. An adopted child does not inherit.
So what do they do?
What do you mean?
How do they make their way?
Well, you're supposed to raise them and give them a job, teach them how to provide for them. I mean, did you get an inheritance? A lot of people don't get inheritance. You know what I mean? The lawyers ate up ours. Because my family kind of got into a fight and ended up, which happens. That's why it's nice in Islamic law. It's all portioned out. You can't fight over it. It's fixed.
If he dies, does the wife get all the inheritance?
The wife inherits it. She's one of the inheritors. It's related. I mean, inheritance laws are related to the Quran directly. The Quran determines what portions people get. And the wife does inherit from the husband, yes.
All of his wealth.
Not all of it, no. The children have portions as well. The man can give 1/3 of his wealth to whoever he wants. The other 2/3 are determined by the Quran.
So he could get that 1/3. It's up to
And it's interesting that a man cannot divorce his wife on his deathbed. If a man has an illness that is called marad makhuf, like cancer, where the terminality is probable, it is prohibited for him to divorce his wife as a way of kind of getting her out of the inheritance or something, spiting her. It's prohibited. No, Islam is very strict about inheritance. And one of the things, if you look traditionally, Hodgson points this out in The Venture of Islam, that Islam actually breaks down monopoly. The inheritance laws are designed so that wealth is not accumulated into one small individual. Like in the 19th century, I want to think about, if you read Jane Austen's novels, I mean, that is a real theme in her novels, the injustice of women being completely disinherited in 19th century England. I mean, remember, this is the age of the Enlightenment. And here's women in 19th century England being thrown out of their houses because there was not a male heir to take care of them. They lost all their money or it went to somebody, the male. Right? This happened very recent in Western civilization. In Islam, the woman has a right to her husband and her father's wealth. She gets a portion of her father's wealth as well. And this is one of the ways that women became wealthy in Islam. There are historically many women who had. Hani is a wonderful example. She's in the Cambridge Encyclopedia of Islam. There's a little section on Hani, who she married a husband, and she actually owned a factory. And then the husband claimed that it was his, like community property or something. And it did not hold up in court, according to Ibn Hajar. The judge said, no, it's her property. So, and that was, 13th century. So, that's a whole other thing. We're actually on Iman, because that's really related to Sharia. And what I'll do, inshallah, is when we do the section on the last hadith, I'll open it up to talking about some things about Sharia. Because I think Sharia is definitely one of the areas where there's a lot of misunderstandings, misconceptions in this culture. People see it as very primitive law. And so I can talk about that and open it up to things. And another thing about the Islamic law is that there are many different opinions in the law. That the actual things that are clearly there's no debate about are not that many. Many of the situations there is an allowance for the intellect to understand and interpret the tradition. But if we go back to this idea, khayr and shar,